Homelessness can happen to anyone at any time. The causes are as varied as the people affected. Domestic violence, sudden layoffs, unaffordable rent increases, even costs related to an unexpected illness or injury can change a family's circumstances in the blink of an eye. Without a safe home, families lack the security and stability necessary to prosper. And faced with the sudden loss of a home, it's easy to feel alone and isolated. Hopelink offers a way out of the isolation, working on many levels to help families find and keep affordable housing. Hopelink believes that every family deserves a safe and stable home.
I do not have any family here. I do not know where to go. And my case with my ex-husband is so bad. Then one of my friends introduced me about Hopelink, and I applied at Hopelink Transitional Housing, and I used to live here, and that was a big help. I was glad that when I moved into my unit, like I have the couch, I have the bed, I have the table, I have my own kitchen area, and I have my own bathroom, and that was very new to me, like living my own place. I'm thankful, and I was glad that I have my own place to stay, and I feel safe. Then I spoke to my advocate that I'm looking for another job, and then they helped me and they refer me to the manager here at Hopelink Child Development. Then they interviewed me, and after that they hired me and I got the job. Hopelink had changed me so much, from losing hope to now I can see myself that I can do it. Yeah, if I didn't have Hopelink, I don't know where I'm at right now. I didn't know if I can take care of my daughter properly. They're guiding me and they're helping me to move on.
Along with the transitional housing, Hopelink's programs include emergency shelter, a short-term housing support program, first month's rent, helping families meet the high cost of settling into a new apartment, and eviction prevention, working to keep families in their existing homes.
We're not the sort of people that you would expect to have this thing happen to. My industry, the IT industry, has been hit pretty hard by a lot of factors, and I was laid off in February of 2002. July of last year, I found myself without a job, $20,000 in arrears, behind on everything, our savings pretty much exhausted. In the last 3 years, I've made less in 3 years than I would normally make in a bad year. And so that's really how we ended up where we were. And so we found ourselves evicted. Our family situation is kind of unique because I have 2 older kids that have chosen to stay with us. One of the unique things, the amazing thing about Hopelink was that Denise Burns, the case manager over at Avondale Park, bent over backwards to make it possible for my family to remain intact and to move in, regardless of rules, regardless of anything. They understood the unique situation that we had and the importance to my family of staying together. And I have to say, we'll be eternally grateful for that. It was an incredible blessing to us at a very difficult time.
Moving a family from crisis into self-sufficiency is the primary goal of Hopelink, and providing adequate housing is often only part of the picture. These other intertwined needs are met through Hopelink's food bank, family and child development programs, employment assistance, and literacy and lifelong learning programs, among others. Hopelink is truly making a difference, one family at a time.
I was renting a house in which the owner of the house sold the house, and he just gave us 2-day notice. In 2 days we had to move out, and that was impossible to find an apartment. While we were going through a hard time, they also helped the children to be in a place where they feel like they were at home. When the school started, Hopelink Place gave my children everything that they needed to start. And today, It's a very, very important day because today we go from transitional housing to permanent housing. Thanks to Hopelink.
Hopelink knows how to help the homeless. The client stories you've heard show us that. In fact, since the program began in 1989, more than 90% of families in Hopelink's transitional housing program have found permanent housing. But for everything Hopelink has accomplished, there's still much more that needs to be done. For every one family we help with housing, 12 are turned away due to lack of funding. Now it's up to the will of the community to determine how many families Hopelink will help.